Hey guys, Portia here, and today I'll be using both HotFix rhinestones and sublimation to create a t-shirt to match my brand new pair of gym shoes. So when I got the gym shoes, I immediately fell in love with the colorway. So we got the lilac, the black, the white. I just think these tones complement each other really well, but I don't have a t-shirt that's gonna like match it and like be on point. I've always wanted to create a t-shirt specifically for a shoe, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But this particular shoe has inspired me to go ahead and do it. So yeah guys, this is gonna be my first time mixing these mediums together, and so I just say wish me luck. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right guys, jumping right into Silhouette Studio Business Edition. In order to create a rhinestone template, this is the software I'm going to be using today. Just make sure you have the right version of Silhouette Studio in order to create the rhinestone template. So the first thing I want to do is size this, and for me the size is going to be approximately 6.5 by 6. It's all depending upon what you believe that you need for your size t-shirt. So the t-shirt that I'm doing today is a small, so I don't want the the logo to be too big, but I definitely want it to be a decent size. So I'm going to do just a little over 6.5. All right, that looks decent. Now the next thing that I want to do is go on over here to our rhinestone panel, and I am going to use 10 SS stones, so that's good. We're going to select our logo, and over here it just gives you the ability to fill out the stones as you need. So if we just wanted to do an edge, say for instance we were going to sublimate the logo and then come in and edge out with rhinestones, that's an option. If we wanted to go more linear with the design, that is an option. And then this creates more of like rounded, you know, on the inside, or if you had a lot of rounded edges, that one might fit better. But today we are going to go linear. So that's it guys. That is all that we have to do, is like real simple. So I can actually enlarge this so you guys can see the detail just a little bit better, because what we see here in the red is exactly how it is going to be cut out. So the next thing we're going to do is just go ahead and save this, and I'm going to say save as, and we're going to save it to the hard drive. And one thing that we want to do is save it as an SVG, and then I already have it saved here. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and transfer on over to Cricut Design Space. All right, so let's go ahead and upload our logo as well as Minnie here. Now I did use her recently in another design, and I really like her, but for what I have in mind with this design, I think she just fits. So let's go ahead and move her out the way, and let's work with our LV first. Now, if you remember, our measurements was 6.305 by 6.08, and it came in at a different size. So in order to keep our circles the right size, we're going to go ahead and resize this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in. And to keep in theme with our pair of shoes, I'm going to make our rhinestones black. Of course, we don't have to, because this is just for visual. And then Minnie, she is totally in the wrong color, so we need to change her up a bit. All right, and keeping with our theme, let's go ahead and put Minnie in the right color. And so I want her to be wearing lilac. Her skirt and her accessories should be that color. So let's go ahead and start with the skirt. Now I do have the hex code for lilac, and I do believe that is CD. I'm sorry, it is actually DCD, and that is 0FF. Bam. And that's going to be the color of her skirt. And let's find her accessories over here. And okay, so the next thing I want to do, we have this LV size to exactly where it needs to be. We are going to size this down. So the reason why I picked mini in this one, because I definitely could have picked another mini, I want to, first let's go ahead and range and bring her forward. I want her to look like she's actually leaning against our LV here. So I want to nestle her in there. Just like so. All right, so far so good, guys. So this is what our finished product is, well, hopefully is going to look like. So here's what I want to do in order for these two pieces to fit well. I am going to move Minnie out the way there, and this silhouette, which is actually the first layer of this SVG, I'm going to duplicate it, and I want to put it right here, approximately where we had Minnie before. I'm going to select the two. We're going to hit slice. All right, and what I'm going to do is just go ahead and hide all the layers that we do not need, as opposed to like sliding them all over and all that other stuff. So now we have a negative space that Minnie should fit in pretty well. All right, that's it. This is what our t-shirt is going to look like, guys. So what we do want to do with Minnie, though, let me make sure, because sometimes I forget to do this, is go ahead and make sure we flatten, because she is going to be print then cut. And just for visual purposes, I want her to be standing where she's supposed to be. So we can go ahead and go to Make It. So our LV, of course, is going to cut out on our flock, and then Minnie is going to be print then cut. Don't forget to mirror, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get Minnie cut out, get our flock cut out, and then we will be right back to move on to the next step. Here's Minnie. She is all cut out, and of course she is mirrored. So eventually she is going to fit right here on our shirt. But I have already taped or placed the flock on just regular old construction paper. I have my 6SS black, you know what, 10SS black rhinestones. And we're just gonna go ahead and brush them onto the flock. I like doing this because it is actually quite relaxing. Sometimes they definitely do get on your nerves, but for the most part, it's cool. And I love how they are just fitting into the template easily. So I didn't mess up in my measurement sizes, which I have done that before with the holes. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this finished, brushed all in. All right, so now that all of the stones are down, I just want to make sure that Minnie has enough room when we sublimate her and she's not really bumping into any stones, because that wouldn't be cool, would it? So some of these stones I might place by hand. I've already moved this one. But these ones that kind of cut off to be like a half moon, I'm going to move them and place them by hand. So yeah, I'm going to continue to work a little bit more to make sure that this nestles good around Minnie. And then we'll put it onto the transfer tape. Okay guys, so we're going to do the sublimation portion first because it requires a higher temperature. I've already placed Minnie where she needs to be in correlation to our LV. We are going to press her at 365 for 45 seconds. All right, so let's go ahead and check Minnie out. I can already tell she's looking good. Our lilac is on point. All right, guys. Right, now that looks pretty darn good to me. Now, let's go ahead and move on to placing our LV around Minnie. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and press the HotFix Rhinestones at 325 for 15 seconds. I did cut off the sides a little bit because it has so much lint on this transfer tape. I should have grabbed a new piece, but I didn't, so hopefully I didn't mess nothing up too bad. But at this point, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and let that go. All right, we're gonna let this cool to the touch, and then once it's done, we'll slowly remove our transfer tape and then do one more press for good measure. So far, so good. No transfer of the lint. All of our stones are sticking. Go back in for 5 seconds. All right, guys, we are all done. I wanted to bring this into like the natural light so you can check out the colors together. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your comments, or rather your thoughts down there in the comments. But I want to call this one a mission accomplished. So the shoes, of course, was my jump off. That was my inspiration. But I'm so glad that I was able to bring what was in my head to fruition. Had a lot of fun making this particular design. Placing the rhinestones after doing the sublimation definitely did give me the flux. It took me some time. I might have, dropped into a little bit of OCD trying to get the LV in the right spot, but I think it came out all right. We definitely could have pressed, I don't know, it's weird, right? So you see the black here is super dark, and this is just a lighter shade of gray. And at this moment, I can't remember if that's exactly how the design was, or if this just didn't press long enough in this area. But you know what? It's gonna be all right. So yeah, guys, this is all I have for you today. I just wanted to share with you my shirt with the matching shoes. If you got any questions, concerns, emotional outbursts, let me know. If you found this video helpful or just plain old entertaining, could you go ahead and give it a thumbs up? But guys, as always, until next time, peace.